tickets because it's amazing here, so we can't find it. Shut up.
So we're in Jardín, the basilica there of the Immaculate Conception. We're in a little town square here, very nice.
It is, I like it.
3 hours from Medellín according to the bus, but actually 5 hours.
It was 4.
4.
Calm down.
Very quaint, very nice, feels very safe. Surrounded by nature, waterfalls, hikes. Very famous for coffee as well.
I'm excited for a real waterfall.
Became an independent town in the end of the 19th century, I think. We're going to try and find a hotel.
We ordered a fish. What is it called? Trout.
A river trout.
Trout ornado.
Typical for the area.
And a little like fluff. So we got some trout.
The famous Jardín trout.
Is it like a tomato thing on the top?
Oh, it's unbelievable, mate.
Oh my god.
So much oregano.
The horse. I've never seen a horse down.
There's him, look. By the way, pueblos patrimonios is what they're called.
Well, there's like loads of them.
There's not, yeah, it's like similar to the ones in Spain, but
there's quite a lot of them.
because they don't adapt the architecture. There's not that many pueblos blancos. Probably
Why is it called that? Patrimonios?
because it's like of the forefathers or the ancestors or whatever.
Well,
Because
Pueblos Blancos is obviously because they're all white houses.
yeah, but it's a similar heritage thing as well. Right. Okay, so we're gonna check for cameras, and if not, this guy's getting smuggled in.
Come on, Toki, come.
This place is
Breakfast time.
famous for coffee, so yeah, we're gonna have to go and coffee it up. It's very nice, look at all the colours. Whoa. So it's the next morning, but big man, what are we calling him? Like floppy. He just flops. He just flops to the deck all the time, eh?
Yeah, he does.
Famous coffee here. Ella's polluted hers with milk. Got mine back.
A wee coffee with milk is just so good.
And thoughts?
Good, man.
Yeah, very tasty. But the beans are different, or they toast the beans different, isn't it? Well, they get the beans from the Amazon, but like people think like Colombian Ecuadorian coffee tastes strange because they toast it differently. It's got that, like, it's much more of like a bitter like taste.
Ah.
You not notice that? Whereas it's for like a European palate, like all the Italian coffees and that you buy in Europe.
So what do they do? Maybe
I'm not.
we can learn.
I'm not sure how it's different, but yeah, they toast it differently. But I don't know. You notice it when you first come, but I really like the taste. But like, my mum doesn't like it, for example. She's just so used to the other one. I got a couple of little arepas here.
I got the chocolate. You got the maize, right?
Yeah, corn. Like 150 or something. Tal vez. Queremos visitar la cueva, ¿no?
Sí,
Pero necesitamos caminar un poco, ¿no?
sí, 4.5 kilómetros de la puerta.
Ah, ok. 5 ahí, 5 vueltas.
Ah, ok, 5 vueltas.
Sí,
ok.
sí, pero no, necesitamos caminar
Sí, está-
10 kilómetros, ¿no?
Ok, son 10 kilómetros.
Oh.
4 de ida.
Ok, no sé.
Ajá, sí, sí.
¿Conoces Cascada del Amor?
Sí.
¿Se puede nadar ahí o no?
Cascada no.
No, Cascada no,
Luego
pero...
a una cuadra,
sí,
muy
sí.
cerca, Charco Corazón. Nuestro charco.
Ah,
sí.
ok. Sí, es difícil, ¿no? Queremos visitar, pero no queremos caminar, ¿no?
Ah. Sí.
¿Deberíamos hacerlo? No.
Es muy bonito.
Sí.
Es un lugar espectacular.
But if you can't.
Yeah, okay.
Ok, sí, ok. ¿Cuánto ahí?
40.000.
40, okay, okay. Okay, sacamos dinero y 2 minutos. Gracias, amigo. I fucked it. I thought what was the agency to go to the cave was actually the cave. Which is not. It's actually about a 10k hike all in, is it?
Yeah, if you get a motel there, then. But otherwise, it's like fucking. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It would be maybe a 6-hour hike if you didn't get a moto to the start of the dirt path. What we're gonna do. I'm not really in the mood, so we bought a few beers to a slow, chilled hike, and hopefully we can maybe get a jeep back, so we don't have to do the full 10k. But maybe survive that. Ok, muy bien.
Aquí caminar por aquí para arriba.
Sí, ok,
Sí,
ahora
ok.
senderismo, ¿no? Arriba.
Una horita.
Una horita,
caminando
sí,
ahí
sí.
para arriba.
Ah,
Ah, ok.
solo ahorita.
Yo le doy una tarjetica y usted me puede llamar ahora y yo
Ah,
puedo
ok,
coger
ok.
aquí mismo.
Sí. No, sí, todo bien, gracias. Ok, y 40, ¿no?
40,
Sí.
Gracias, amigo, no.
Mucho gusto.
Buen día. Hasta pronto. Ay, 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 look at this. Gracias. Fuck. This is insane.
Whoa.
Just got one of the most ridiculous tuk-tuk rides ever. You can see Jardín down here.
If you can't be arsed doing the walk, just fucking get tucked up and down. So
Incredible.
It's like a
Right.
activity in itself, just getting that.
Right through the jungle, la selva.
I would not walk it all
No.
if you're going to not do
Just
that.
honestly, I don't know if
Insane.
it might be the nicest kind of landscape I've ever seen. Absolutely
Yeah.
insane. Just like such like thick, dense jungle everywhere
It's
for
so
miles
cool,
and miles.
like all that. You can see it so clearly when you're like
Yeah.
driving up as well. I'm gonna actually see how far that was.
It looks pretty far up. It says 4.5k. It says
He said an
2 hours approx. He's probably. So we're here in the Colombian jungle near Jardín. We're gonna hike about, well, let's say an hour and a half up, maybe shorter on the way down, to a place called La Esplendor, La Cueva del Esplendor, like the splendid cave. It's like a waterfall that drops through a hole and creates a little pool that you can swim in. And it's apparently created through like years and years of water erosion on the rocks. Insane, yeah. I think like probably the nicest place we've seen so far is it could be, I don't know, Argentinian or Ecuador. It's difficult, isn't it?
It is. The Ecuador, when we did the hike in Ecuador, was
Yeah, but those Argentinian like colourful mountains were insane as well. But this is
yeah,
right up there.
Yeah.
Oh, Rita said our tuk-tuk driver. Yeah, I think like maybe he sees that we're kind of look like we're fit and healthy, but doesn't realise we woke up rough as a fucking badger.
Oh.
Salud. Intense climbing, ridiculous views. Ella's absolutely flapping. 2k, so almost
Half an hour.
about halfway. 3.8k. It's meant to be 4.5 according to the sign.
But the maps look like it's pretty close, so
Yeah.
we can hear it, or we can hear something.
You can hear some like intense kind of flow of water, so it's kind of got to be that. We've walked about what? How many k? Four. 4 and a bit. 4 and a bit k. You arrive at this place after 4k. Pretty easy hike, and then you pay 20,000 pesos per person. You get a little drink, and you wait for a guide to walk you down to the waterfall. You get to see how far it is, but we could hear some pretty aggressive sounding water, so hopefully not far. But that's basically how it works. So you have to wait for a guide to walk you down.
Which I'm surprised about because I didn't see anything like that online. But
Yeah, might be a new
Who
thing,
knows?
or maybe it's just like a benefit you get when you pay the money now. So we're going to walk down 1,500 meters. Our guide. Oh, right. Oh yes, I think the guide thing, my guess would be it was introduced after an accident. Because it's very obvious where to go, but a little bit dangerous. So, when we were in Medellín the other day, we were struggling to find a waterfall. We found about 40. Look at this bit of dodgy cross. Yeah. I'm just not going to use that one. Oh yeah. Right down a big cliff. I feel like fucking Lara Croft here, mate. Unreal, look at this. Whoa! Oh, that's cold, man. That's alright. Okay, so we're going for this here. So loud. Look at this. Big waterfall through a hole in the Colombian rainforest. We're on zero sunlight here. Zero sunlight. Ridiculous. So that's where the waterfall's coming, where we've just come from. ¿Qué vas a hacer?
Sorry.
No, no. Tuk-tuked up to the gate, and then we walked, what, 5k or 4k, then you get the guide, and then another k down, swim back, and then some Croatian guide booked a jeep for 100.
So you must be able to just like phone a company and they come and pick you up, which we didn't know, so it's pretty lucky.
But then the guy, it obviously was like, it's his job to now off-sell the seat, so he doesn't have to pay 40 quid himself. 100 for the jeep.
Pesos for the jeep, yeah.
And then he got 5 people to pay, so. Oh yeah, more trout, big salad, Argentinian football. So we've got some egg avocado toast here. Italiana, mozzarella tomato, and then like a Greek one. some lovely coffee in this renowned coffee region. There we go, mate. Little pre-swim chocolate cake. Oh, in a bit of a food coma.
Struggling, man.
Chocolate cake and free
That cake goes a step too far.
free sandwiches before having to walk up this hill. We're going to the Cascada del Amor. What's your... Come on.
If you kiss me, then your love is eternal.
Yeah, so fuck that. I don't know if you're meant to. It's alright. You can come up. Getting soaked here. Cascada del Deseo. We're going to walk a bit further up and I think we can swim. Oh, we found a spot. What do you reckon? Hotter than yesterday?
Yeah.
It's got to be, yeah. Beautiful clear water coming from that waterfall up there.
Glorious though. It's a bit cold.
Oh,
So much easier than yesterday.
it's cold, but it's obviously...
But I think it's obviously because you're warm on the top, so
You're
it's
in the
quite a nice
sun.
relief. It's so nice.
It's nice.
It's just like 5 minutes walk maybe from the waterfall.
Yeah, Cascada del Amor, it's only 5 minutes.
It is cold, but it's not too bad. You get used to it, and it's sunny as well. So
Yeah, you're out in the
it's
sun,
quite nice.
unlike the cave. But we're gonna go now pretty soon, heading back to Medellín. It says it's a 3-hour bus to Medellín Sur, but... Couple of kilometers outside Jardín, it's right there. So cold water swimming and fresh strawberry juice and a beer, mate. That's the true hangover cure, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that view, man. MEDELLÍN. Tejas. We've got nachos with beans and all that. And we've got the classic trout from the region, La Trucha, which is fried usually.
Not had it fried yet. So.
Yeah. Great view. Voilà. La Terraza. 10-minute walk maybe, 15? Good.
Very good.
Alright, £12.
Very well priced as well.
£12 for all that food and free beers and
And
fresh juice. Yeah, let's just our like squeezing strawberries. So right, for those that say John Lennon's dead, he's reincarnated as a chicken here. Look at this little guy, mate. He's got a mod haircut. Look at
No,
him.
he looks more like Paul. Paul back in the day.
Well, the theory goes that Paul McCartney must have died and been replaced by someone because he just became a total gimp. So that would make sense as well. The reincarnation too. Look at him. Oh my! This absolute.
He's a fucking don, mate. Oh.
That one does parkour, mate.
Yeah.
I've seen that one just like leg it down the hill. That one sunbathes. Freaks, mate. Look. Whoa. Oh, is this the chaser?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh.
He's after us, mate.